how to start having a life with purpose, having a life with intention, not doing things by default, not doing someone telling you or someone controlling you, but you being the captain of your ship, you being the one in control of the outcomes, having a purpose. It is refreshing things. It can be scary at the beginning, but when you start, and this is a topic about how to start, you generate a different type of pulsation. You generate this fluent stream of energy. When it's directed towards one thing, it amplifies it. It's like, imagine there is a lake, and the lake gets source of water from different places. Some they come from the mountains, some they come from the rain, some they come from underground. And at the core of all the sources and all the streams of water that reach to the final destination, which is this lake, there's water. Water is the medium in which energy, in which is moving towards and creating this extension of watery liquid form. Imagine that you have control over all the sources of energy that you use, and they give them a particular intent, a particular purpose, a particular idea. They say you have an idea, and that idea is a lake. To create that lake, it's like the accumulation of energy. It's accumulation of thoughts, the accumulation of actions towards that particular creation. And you have the ability to gather those elements. You have the ability to choose which thoughts to think. First, if you have really low idea of what is that you want to accomplish in life, or want to become, or want to be, or want to create, let me tell you that you're not that far from it, because you're listening to me right now. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in the vicinity. You are in the vicinity. And the first task and the first idea that must come into your mind before having more clarity and certainty and defined path towards that destination is to have in your mind that your purpose is right now to have clarity, to have the understanding of elements, that you are going to gather, like the river flow towards that destination, which is to have clarity for what you want to do with your life. That's the first step. That's how you start. You want to tell yourself that you want to find clarity, you want to find something that resonates with the core of your being. Finding your purpose resonates with knowing yourself. Finding your purpose resonates with having more clarity about who you are as a person. For that, the best way to find yourself and to find clarity and to find inspiration, to me, from my perspective, which also have experienced many different types of sources, igniting energies that have developed a sense of who I am. And I know from my experience that when you get closer to nature, that's the best way to find more about yourself, to know more yourself, to discover the energy patterns that are in you, that are distinguishingly particular in you, and are different from the rest of the people that you rendezvous every day. I like to talk about this topic. I like it because as I'm speaking, I am pondering all these lines of thoughts, that I'm gathering all these lines of thoughts, that they start like looking at each other, and then who go first, who wants to get into the dance floor, who wants to do their performance, who wants to be a speaker, who wants to be a culinary master, who wants to be a builder, who wants to create gardens, who wants to create empires, who wants to create spaceships, who wants to create teleportation devices, who wants to create levitation devices, who wants to create altered consciousnesses of our buildings, devices, or like programs, or like systems, or artificial intelligence. Having a purpose is a sweet thing. Having a purpose is like waking up in the morning and seeing the sunrise every day, because it gives you hope. It gives you energy for what the next hours are gonna be, how the days is gonna present into you, how everything's gonna display into a harmonious set of actions and self-realizations and desires to accomplish what you want. Having a purpose is a feeling that starts generating in you effortlessly. once you let go of the limitations. So these are some of them. Every time you let go of any limitations, you give a space for another either limitation or another positive thought to take place. And this is the most important thing when you want to start to change your mindset, to let go of the things that are holding yourself to be, and to let go of the things that are blocking the clarity for you to see a clear picture of where you want to go and who you want to become. Better you source yourself with elements that are in balance and harmony. If you're going to source yourself with YouTube videos and Instagram and with the complicated minds of people that tell you that it's so difficult to find purpose, to find your purpose and do something in life and make money and create abundance, take time, take a break, go to the ocean, swim, don't bring your cell phone with you, go take a hike in the mountains, hug a tree, plant a garden. See your baby smile, see how they start looking at life. If you're a mama, see how a baby can teach you so much about the simplicity of life, about the goodness and the wisdom of life. Look at the flowers in the garden, walk around your neighbor and see the things that you regularly don't see. Expose yourself to a variety of different things, and you can purposely choose to look at life in a different way. You can walk the same street that you have walked in the 20 years with a different perspective. It could be a completely different street. You'll find things that you never saw before. You talk to people you never talked to before in your same neighborhood. Maybe you've been living with a brother or sister your whole life, and you are looking at them in a different way and they start simply telling you things that they didn't tell you before, or your grandparents or your close relatives or friends. It's quite fascinating when you engage into the openness of rediscovering yourself and seeing that life has so much to offer, even in the places that you think has nothing to offer. Even in the relationships that feel stagnant, even in the job that you are hating, there is so much that you can get from it just by changing your perspective. So this is how we start. This is how we start changing our perception of ourselves, and this is how we start getting clarity to find our purpose in life. I just gave you in a few minutes a lot to think about. I will suggest you play back. Sorry for my lousy pronunciation. If you notice, this is not my native language, but I think I'm doing okay. You just noticed? Oh my goodness. No, I'm not a gringo. I'm from Jupiter. Yeah, we speak a completely different language over there. We like that. Oh. But you can tag it too. It's fun. You just play. Well, this was the topic about how to start in the chapter of purpose, finding your purpose. This is Perkunas, the catalyst, your guidance. I'm happy to be here, sharing, enjoying, having a good time, because it is fun to change your life and have a good time. This is something that you cannot just say unless someone is resonating or vibing like you are, because if you're listening to this, you definitely have something that you've been asking for, and then you're finding here the solutions and the whole spectrum of ideas that are going to nourish that stream of thought, that vibration, that frequency that you are waving, catching, and surfing right now. Congratulations. Your life is already changed. It's already changed, and you're just nourishing and finding aspects for yourself to keep going forward towards the destinations, whatever your destination is. Yeah, this is how we start. We're gonna talk about how finding your purpose works. See you in the next topic.